Been an interesting fight week for you.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was fired up to fight at number 13 in the rankings, fight Neil Magny. Unfortunately, all that went on. That fight's not going to happen. But fortunately, we're getting replacements. So, I put in so much work for this camp. I feel so ready. I need to fight Saturday, man. I need to fight. And a lot of respect for Derek for stepping up, short notice. And I'm ready to put on a show.
When did you find out that Neil was going to be out? I mean, did you find out sooner than the rest of us did, or did you find out the same way we all did when he put it out online?
So I found out Monday night, and actually, there was some news on Instagram, and that's how I found out first. So I head up, talked to my manager Ali, and he said, "Yeah, man, unfortunately he's out. We're trying to get you a replacement." And then I was like, "Yeah, man, they got to get me somebody. They got to get me somebody." And fortunately, it happened. They got someone to fight me. And it was a little bit, I got worried for a little bit, but after that I knew that, whatever happens, it will happen. Things happen for a reason, and I trust, the path I am in, and I'm still going to get to fight, so I'm excited.
You had that happen to you so close to a fight before? I know you've jumped in on pretty short notice to fight somebody before, but you had it happen to you the opposite way?
No, never had it happen to me, so it was the first one for me, but at the same time, I have experience fighting short notice, so the change is not a big deal for me. I know how to, adapt, and I look for most to impose my will and to do my game. So it's not the opponent is, not what really matters. What matters what I'm going to do that night.
Did you get any chance at all to go and look at any of his stuff? I mean, he's been around for a while, so I mean, you looked at some of his past fights and what's he got to offer you, I guess.
I've watched maybe 5 fights of Derek, and he's a tough guy. He's definitely a tough guy, heavy-handed and a good wrestler. So I imagine he's going to come try to throw bombs in the beginning. And if the fight in the stand-up doesn't go his way, I think he's going to try to wrestle me. And I'm ready for that at the same time. I think Neil was kind of going to do the same thing. Body-wise, they're different. Neil is a really tall guy. Derek is more of my size. So that's, a good thing, I would say, because it's always hard to fight a long guy. So that's a good thing, but he's a tough guy for sure.
A win over somebody like Neil probably does more for you than a win over somebody like Derek. I mean, does that concern you at all? Does it feel like this is a fight that you just win and you kind of maybe go nowhere in terms of the rankings?
Definitely a win over Neil would be a big one. Would be my biggest fight till now. But I don't think fighting Derek is not at all like something that's not going to bring me anything positive. I think it's going to be a good thing. Staying active, that's important for me. Going there and showing what I can do is important for me. So it's one more opportunity to show the fans, to show the UFC what I'm capable of doing. And I think that's always positive. Going there, get a win, it's going to be good for me for sure.
Can you give people an idea of the amount of work, how much competition there is to get to this tier of MMA fighting?
I mean, UFC is the top of MMA, and once you get in there, we want to get to the top 15 so we can fight for the title one day. And it's been I have 10 UFC fights. I finally got 8 of them are wins, and all of them or knockout or submission. So right now is when I started. I cracked the top 15 rankings. So it's been work. It's been years. I got in 2015 in the UFC. So I put in some work to get where I am. And the thing is patience and being dedicated and being motivated. To keep pushing and keep going. Doesn't matter. Sometimes you don't get the fights you want, but you got to go there and get the win no matter what. And that's what's going to move us up for sure.
Your teammate Desmond Green is fighting on this card as well. He's from here. You've been around him, you trained with him for a lot of years. Talk about the development of his game and where he's at now going into a big fight for him.
He was always a good wrestler, especially when he got at the gym, and he had a striking that was good. But once he got there, started working with Henry, I saw a lot of development on his striking. So nowadays, he's the kind of fighter that you have to take care anywhere. He's not only the guy that's going to go in there and try to get you down, but he can also knock you out or even submit you. So, he's the kind of guy that has evolved a lot, and we'll show that Saturday night for sure.
Did he tell you anything about Rochester, what to expect in his hometown?
Yeah, I mean, so when I got there, he still didn't have the fight line up, and I did. So he was crazy, man. I got to get a fight there. I'm telling the UFC I have to fight there. I'm from there. And he was really excited, really hoping to fight here. So when he got it, he came in and he was so happy in the gym, letting us know that he was going to fight. So You know, he didn't tell me anything special, but I know that New York. I'm from Jersey. I was born there. I lived there till I was 6. I still have family. They're coming up to watch me fight. So I know that it's a lot of people that have a lot of love for any kind of sports, and they always support their hometown people.